Yeah, certainly the end of the game did. One of the things, we pride just as the finish, and so that was hard for us. Anytime you give up a third down and really long play, you're definitely bummed by that. And it was, one where we thought we had a chance to go get it, and we didn't. But we still got to, make the stops after that. So that was a hard one for us at the end. And got to give them credit too for executing at the end like they did.
It seems like with San Diego team and Dallas teams, the success that the other teams have had out of the backfield with running backs catching the passes. What do you see in those areas, and why do you feel that that's better?
Certainly, I think it might have been even more at San Diego. I'll have to go back and look. It's a good question to find out if it was just the running back. Well, we kind of went back through to say how tight can we be on, all of our details of stuff. If it would have been one call or one technique, that's easy. Okay, let's take that thing out. That didn't go good. So that was really the messaging, for the week is how right can we get our football, and we really just kind of put it all back on us and how to play, and really came through in terms of the practice for the last few days. So I was fired up to see the communication, which, as you guys know, on third down is such a big part of it, not just with the running back, but with the whole thing on third down.
Everyone sees Murray went for 115, but still midway through the fourth quarter at 64 yards and 22 carries. What worked for 3.5 quarters? What didn't work at the end? What worked?
At the end, what didn't work was us not playing in the gap control, and when they had their explosive run there, the last 2 out of the last 3 runs against us that led to their scoring. So for us not playing it as well as we could, really. It wasn't a function of necessarily a new defense or, just us not playing as well as we could.
Is that when you're getting in trouble when linebackers are over pursuing or getting?
It wasn't necessarily just a backer on one thing or one thing. So really, it's all of us connecting together. So it wasn't just in terms of a linebacker going too fast, or a guy not being in the right fit. So it really again came down to the finish. Let's make sure we really do our job, take care of ourselves and the role that we have as it relates to the D. So one of the fun parts about being a part of this group, they're some of the most competitive people that you can be around in terms of players. And so when there's stuff to be addressed, not only is it coming from us as coaches, but it's coming from within on the team. And like I said, it's a blast to be a part of this defense. So they feel the urgency of things to get it just exactly right for us to be at our best.
What do you see out of that offense? I mean, they've obviously had some struggles, but they showed early in the game Monday that they could move the ball pretty well as well.
I think so too, and I think for a young player, there's a lot of accuracy. I'm not sure what the total number is, but for the QB coming in, for not having a lot of starts, numbers-wise and accuracy, that was one of the things that jumped out at us. We had always known kind of through the years this is a tough team, and had good success running the ball. They've added, more runners who are strong runners into it. So we knew they would be tough in terms of their style, and then I think with them having the success in the pass game, they've got some big guys outside as well in the receiving game.
What do you think of the pass rush right now? Where do you feel like that is?
Well, really, one of the main things, we're just trying to shore up as well as we can, and it's important on this day, on Turnover Thursday, for us to make sure we're attacking the ball. And as you know, we haven't had as many of those as we like. We're staying consistent in the approach. We're going to get our ups. They're going to come. I just know that. And then for the third down, that's a big emphasis for us today. And not, just because it's Thursday, but we've kind of went back through to see what are the things that we can all do better. And that's what we went through as we went through the week. These are the things, let's make sure we're taking care of these from a responsibility standpoint first, Bob.
How important is chemistry to the pass rush and having, like they always say, kind of being all on one string and stuff? How important is that?
I think not only just from pass rush, but just along the whole defense. And I think one of the reasons we are so tight is these guys, they're tight on the field, off the field, so that communication is key for them. So I'm hoping that we'll see that improve even as it goes to the pass rush because these guys are so close. And so our pass rush will come along. That much I know.
Do the injury issues you've had in the secondary, does that affect the way you have to call things? Thinking that there may not be as much time there, so some pressure, does that factor into it?
Not necessarily, Kurt. And the reason why for here, we've had, very good success with training the next guy up. And so really our style doesn't change. And so when we had the opportunity from last year, some guys taking advantage of their opportunity, they've done that. And that's no different this year where, okay, here's some guys who are now getting their chance to go. And it'll be exciting to get Darryl back into the mix, too. He's had 2 good days, and we'll see how it goes the rest. But he's another guy that we're awfully excited about to see what he can do. We all saw him from the spring and into the training camp, so it's nice to let's see what Darryl can do as well.
What stood out to you about him over that stretch before his knees started to be an issue?
I think the length and the ability to, play the ball. So when he was covering whether it was man-to-man or zone, you could feel that length where, guy was going up for the ball. It was constantly challenged. So I think that was one of the things that jumped out for me with him.
Does anything change with KJ in the middle?
No. And fortunately for us, we've got linebackers that can slide in to do that. We did that last year. We really had almost 4 starting linebackers because when a guy missed, then Malcolm came in, and here's Malcolm again coming in to play Willbacker, and KJ will go down to the mic much like he did when Bobby missed some time last year. So we're fortunate in that way that he's had experience doing that, and one luxury for us, not only that Malcolm has that kind of versatility that he can start at 2 spots, but for us to have the ability to say, all right, Malcolm, why don't you come on and play the will, where he's had plenty of experience starting. So the depth at linebacker is critical. As you guys know, the injuries are going to happen, so that's part of it. We understand that, and so for us, the next man's up is really true, and that's why in practice you see us playing a lot of guys in a lot of turns. So when they're out's ready, they're ready to deliver for the teammates.
What have you seen from him since he's come back?
I think the thing that jumps out about KPL first is the speed and the quickness. When he's pursuing on the outside plays, you really see it. And I think it also showed up on some of the special teams play in terms of him covering the kick. You can see the speed that he has. So I think in nickels where it shows up the most to me, Claire, or the outside runs where you get to really feel his speed.
Is he kind of playing all over the place, or is he?
Yeah, we're kind of putting him more at the Willbacker in base and in nickel. So we're going him there first, and then he's got a pretty big role on teams as well. So once he gets more familiar, then we can add, like we do with everybody else, other layers to it.
You were talking about Darryl in terms of preseason. Have you seen an extension of that just these last couple?
It has, and so he really worked hard in terms of his rehab to get back. You can tell from when he came and just started the individuals, like, okay, this isn't looking like a guy who's kind of trying to test it out here. This is a guy who's going for it. And so the first 2 days have been really encouraging, where there's not a setback in terms of trying it. There's real confidence in the way he's playing.
You have a chance to battle through a lot. How close to regular is he?
I think you have to check with him. He's somebody that's just such a tough guy. The guy's a warrior, and for all of us, you probably didn't know he's been battling stuff. Last year we had a hip and got it worked out. So for him to battle through things, that's in a way it's normal for us because we know how tough this guy is. He's such an important guy for us. He brings so much, and his toughness is at the top of it. But yeah, he's back and ready to go.
Farrell's been with you for a while now, but he still hasn't played in the regular season game, and now he may have to start for you on Sunday potentially. How comfortable are you with that possibility?
We're very much ready, to see Farrell to play in as long as he has to. He showed so much, that we have such a background of him, although he hasn't started the games, the whole time in OTAs, the whole time in camp prior, to his injury. So he really plays us out. I think one of the guys that, Chris has done a terrific job with him from when he was even out last year to, not just drift away, but really stay in it to make sure when he came back for the off season that he was ready to go. I think that kind of gets overlooked sometimes when a guy is injured. Is he just drifting away? No, he's staying in part of the family to stay in his training. So when the off season started, he wasn't a rookie again, if that makes sense, kid.
How did Marcus Burley play when he sort of had to move on Sunday to play more outside?
Yeah, and it was quite a bit of snaps, knowing that Max went down early. So he really answered the challenge on that for us. And we knew he'd be ready, although he's been playing nickel for us in practice. He's been practicing outside. So, again, when his op came, we thought he did a good job.
If Maxwell happened to be healthy and available for you this week, would you be able to play Simon in the slot, or would you put Maxwell in the slot or keep Burley there? How would you try to handle that?
If he was available, then we'd probably go back to our normal rotation of stuff. I'll let Coach Hanley on that one. A lot of speculation on that one.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, have a good one, man.